couple dicey holds by both players to finish off the set. And I think it's really getting what it deserves here in the tiebreaker.
It's Joseph Gilbert, the longtime coach, the only coach really that Jenson Brooksby's had since he was 7 years old. And an inauspicious to the tiebreak. Taylor Fritz, his third double fault. There's the Fritz team.
David Nankin not looking too concerned yet.
Fritz has some heavy hitters working with him too. Not only David Nankin, but Paul Anacone's been working with him. Michael Russell's been doing a little work with him.
He surrounded himself with a very knowledgeable team.
Brooksby.
Great play from Fritz there. Thought he was able to sneak in there, actually. Hesitated one more forehand. Was able to knock off the easy high forehand volley.
For his team, when they break this down, we'll be talking about that because he talked about it after the de Minaur match, trying to be aggressive.
Yeah, you mentioned that match against de Minaur. It's one of those things that, especially with his power, he's able to put the opponent on defense so often that it just is natural to follow that in. You're almost holding yourself back by keeping yourself at the baseline there.
Those are sort of ingrained tendencies, aren't they? Of like hitting a really good ball, but not naturally and instinctively moving forward. How hard is it to teach yourself to be aggressive in that kind of way when maybe it wasn't the way you became successful in the first place?
It's so hard to break those habits, especially as you get established as a professional. You start to learn your strengths and weaknesses. Trying to break those, very difficult. It's where all those hours on the practice court come in. One thing I will say about moving forward is it's a lot more natural for us to hit that and move forward, and it makes the stroke so much easier. But when you get in these tight pressure moments, the natural tendency is to pull up just a little bit, maybe guide it. You don't get that same fluid motion. That much more difficult to get in.
Is that because maybe you're trying to put a little more topspin on the ball, like trying to like just make sure it comes down in? You're like, is that why the pull up happens?
Right. You know, you obviously, the name of the game is making the ball in the court.
Sure.
We have all these strategies, but at the end of the day, if the ball doesn't go in, it doesn't do you any good.
Right.
And it's almost counterintuitive. You try and pull up, you want to guide it in, and that's when the errors tend to creep in even more.
Just a beautiful evening in New York City here in Queens. 3-all in the first set tiebreak. In the industry, we call something like this a popcorn match. Get your popcorn and watch these guys. And I'm wondering if word is going to start trickling around the grounds, because that tends to happen at the US Open. Maybe at the start of the second set, we'll see a lot more people in the stands, or as the second set progresses. Bit of a big fight feel here on grandstand.
As you mentioned, it really does have that feel. It feels like we really should be settling in here for a long one. Like you mentioned, that buzz around the grounds, you can feel it. It starts gravitating to certain courts. This court does have the makeup of that.
Brooksby had it lined up. Wasn't able to pull it down. But he still has the first set on his racket, leading 5-4. 2 serves coming his way.
Brooksby did so well there to manipulate the backhand, moving around the forehand to hit the backhand, pushing Fritz just out of position, just couldn't quite bring that forehand down like you said. Unreal court coverage from Jenson Brooksby there.
5-all.
You can even tell he's expecting to get that last ball. You hear the racket slam into the fence after.
An equally impressive patience and stick-to-itiveness from Fritz.
Let's serve.
That is a terrific backhand from Taylor Fritz. Puts it on the toes of Brooksby, who can't quite handle it. And now Fritz with the first set point of this match, and it's on his racket.
Brooksby just didn't quite do enough with that approach shot. It's a little tight with those forehands in the point. Let the pace just drop a little bit. Go back in there, but
is that a little bit of an example of the pulling up that you were talking about? Maybe getting a little conservative and tight?
A little bit. You know, first set is always about setting the tone. I always felt as a player, getting through that first set was so crucial to relax the nerves. Once you're able to you win that first set, you're able to put it behind you, the nerves start to settle in. So difficult to close out that first set, especially deep in the tiebreaker.
Serve +1.
7-6.
Second set point for Taylor Fritz. From Brooksby. First one we've seen him hit on that backhand side.
7-all.
And he does it a set point down.
It took us 14 points in the tiebreaker to get that first drop shot, but man, was it effective when he pulled it out.
He used it as a setup, bringing Fritz forward and then powering that backhand.
Eight, 7 Fritz. First set Fritz.
Fritz takes the
7-6.
first. I don't know what they got for an encore in set 2, but I can't wait to find out. What a set of tennis.